like about your game on Monday night, playing in the middle there? What stood out?
Yeah, I think, both Robbie and Yarny were both obviously pushing the pace. So when you get put in the middle of the ice, it frees you up a little bit with your speed. And I think naturally I've played a lot of center in my last few years of my career. So it comes a little easier in terms of being able to maintain your energy and your speed and a lot more puck touches and abilities to make play through the middle of the ice. So I enjoyed it for sure. Something to build on.
How'd you find playing with Nick Max?
Sorry?
How'd you find playing with Nick? The standard team deep hot. You seem to have a bit more jump in your game, or?
Yeah. No, I think we were getting the give and go game a little bit. He was giving me the puck in areas. I think he knows I'm more of a passer, and obviously he's a trigger guy. So told him just to find his spot, and then I'll find him, and whenever he gets the puck, to shoot it. So I thought he did a great job. And you look at the goal that Yarny had, and the first one that Yarny had, and that's basically exactly it. Find him in a soft spot there, and great release, and that's a heavy shot. He can shoot a puck, so it's tough for goalies to handle that, and obviously popped out to Yarny, and that was a big goal for us.
What do you remember most about the Battle of Ontario when you were a kid?
I remember the playoff series for sure. It was always fun to watch. I think I've said it a million times, but I was never really one to really watch the games back then. I was more of a mini stick player, so I don't really remember much about the games. Remember Alfredson with his long hair, Danny Healy, obviously. There's a lot of good, talented players over in Ottawa, so always fun to watch. I forget what game it was. I want to say it was Game 7. You guys probably can know more than me about this one, but Joe Nieuwendyk had that big game. Was that Game 7? Yeah, it was huge. I remember that one pretty vividly. So, great memories of watching these two teams go back way back when, and head-to-head, it was a lot of fun. So excited to be part of it tonight.
What do you think they'll be like tonight? It hasn't gone their way of late. What type of opponent are you expecting tonight? They're kind of in a similar position to where we were, where we are, kind of thing. Is just trying to find our game and build on it. Some new faces over there, so a lot of talent, and they're a great team. Obviously, well coached as well. So we're going to expect their best, and I'm sure we'll get their best, and just got to be ready for that. For sure. I was curious in your perspective, Austin on Monday.
Yeah.
He comes out, scores the 2 goals, and he fires up the crowd. He seems to know how to kind of handle the market. Why do you think he does that, or is well suited for a market like this?
He's one of the best players in the world for a reason. I think he's the best goal scorer in our game. It's tough to argue that. What has he got? 3 hat tricks in 10 games. So I say he's doing all right so far, and it's tough not to cheer for a guy like that. So I'm sure the fan base was pretty pumped up, as they should have been, and I'd love to see him score a hat trick every night, but can't expect that of one guy. So we're just going to have to keep building and then help him out any way we can.
You've played in non-traditional markets. You've played in a big market in the U.S. You played in Montreal, Toronto. What makes a Canadian market different?
You know what? I think the hockey here is literally like a religion. That's really all people think about and talk about. So there's a certain set of expectations and microscope on you day in, day out. And I think that's a good thing for a lot of guys. Keeps you accountable. And the whole thing of pressure is a good thing. When you're struggling, you need that stuff to get you through it sometimes, or else that kind of snowballs into a bunch of tough games. So for me personally, I enjoy it, and I know everyone in this locker room enjoys it, and it's a great place to play.
I think I just want to get the pucks off the wall, earn those pucks back. I think that's a key to success for us right now, is to just get it off the wall, get it in the middle, and be around the net, create chaos. And I think that's where our success comes in, and where our goal scoring ability comes in.
What does a performance like Monday night do for your confidence?
Yeah, it does a lot. I think just playing with those two gives you confidence. Obviously, like I said earlier, they make other players around them better, and just getting to learn from little things, little tips on the bench, and just getting to play with them. It's been special, and so it's definitely gives me confidence, and I think I'm just going to try to use that moving forward.
Do you feel any nerves when you get thrown up with those guys? It feels like you didn't, but what's it like when you first kind of step into that role?
Yeah, I don't think that there's nerves, honestly. They make me feel welcome, they make me feel comfortable, and it's still back to the basics. Still playing to my strengths. I just want to do my best and contribute, and I know they want to do the same. So the plan doesn't change depending on who you're playing with, but it's been great. I think that they teach me a lot, and I think it's only uphill from here.
How much does skating a bit with Austin, knowing him like you do, help when you
end up playing on the same line together.
Yeah, I think that little familiar chemistry that we had prior to this, it helps. I think we have a strong communication system, and are willing to, aren't willing to, not talk with each other. I think we're always communicating, always talking, and just trying to make each other better. So.
What do you notice about the Austin-Mitch chemistry? Because they've played together for obviously many years now, and they seem to have a special connection. What do you kind of see when you think about that side of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to see. You can obviously see their chemistry on the ice, the way they can find each other, the way they can talk, and what I see on the bench is they're not afraid to get on each other. When one needs to get going, they're not afraid to speak, and I think I love that about those guys, that they really care, they really want to push themselves, and I think they both make each other better, and that kind of affects me as well. So.
What's an example of that? Did you notice anything in the last game, like slow start, and it really felt like you guys came out in the second?
Yeah, if you miss a pass there or something, kind of just get on them just a little bit, just to wake them up a little bit, or not driving the legs hard on a slash or something like that. That's something, just little things like that I think you can pick up on. But I think we played well, and I think we were all moving our feet, so there wasn't many instances where I saw it, but I'm sure it'll come up here.
Why is simplifying your game good when you're playing with those guys? Why is that important?
Yeah, I mean, they have the puck skill, right? Like, they let them dance, let them do the work, and it's my role to be around the net, screen the goalie, and do the little things for them, and just make their life a little bit easier on them. I think that they're really dangerous with the puck, so that's my best goal, is to just get them the puck as much as possible, and I think they can make good plays, and I just got to find myself in good areas so they can find me or just put it in the back of the net.
Being in the starting lineup the other night, did it resonate with you, like two guys from Arizona playing on the top line of the Maple Leafs in the game? Like, I don't know if you're even paying attention to the announcements.
Not really, but now that you're kind of saying it, yeah, it's pretty crazy to see two guys in Arizona, or two guys from Arizona in such a big hockey market here in Toronto. But yeah, I was just focused on the game. I wasn't really focusing on the intros or anything. I was just making sure I had a good first shift and got the game started well.
What's the message from Dean on the penalty kill?
I think just puck pressure. I think we've been a little passive and letting them make too many plays. I think we let Kucherov handle the puck a little too often. Obviously, he's a dangerous player and can make plays. So we just got to have more puck pressure and get it out of their hands a little bit quicker. And I think that's going to help us, be more successful and just kind of deny those opportunities for them to score.
John, what stands out to you about how Nyes uses his body? Sometimes younger guys, it takes a while to figure it out how to use their big frame at this level, but it seems like he's picked it up pretty fast. What stands out to you?
Yeah, I think it's a major asset for him, and I think is what is really impressive is the physical maturity he possesses and shows on the ice, and the confidence he has with that. There's no doubt that's usually something that takes a little bit of time. For any player, whether a player is very physical and a big frame, or even a smaller player just trying to adjust to the size and strength of other players, I think he knows his ability, with that asset of his, and continuing to work on the fine tuning it and doing what he needs to every day to continue to get better. I think that's what's impressed me the most is for a young player, his commitment. Not just when he's out there on the ice competing in practice or in games, but the things he's doing are already shown to be a really good pro and maximize his physical ability.
When he sees it after practice with you, what day was it, Sunday? Like, do you encourage him to do that, or does he just kind of glam onto you there?
I think there's times you want to encourage it, but it's a little nature versus nurture, right? So at times you give a little push, and at times you just kind of let things happen naturally. And I think for him, he, like I said, is shown great signs of being a true pro early on here, and just how he wants to work on his game and take care of himself and get ready to play on a daily basis, and where the areas are he can improve and get better. He's very aware of his surroundings and picking things up and seeing different things on a daily basis that you experience playing in the league and playing against different players and the players you're playing with, and even for himself, how he's feeling out there and what he wants to work on. So I think a lot of credit just goes to him in wanting to continue to get better and maximize every opportunity.
What sort of opponent are you expecting tonight? Obviously, the Sens are going through a bit of a rough patch here. Brady had some emotional comments after their last loss. What sort of opponent are you expecting tonight?
Well, they've always played us hard, Battle of Ontario, and you know they've been building for a few years and have high expectations, and obviously a lot of talent over there. So can't always control what or we have no control. Sorry, of what's going on over there. All you got to do is prepare for their best game and us being at our best. So. You always expect tough tests from them and what they bring. So, if they have extra fuel to their fire, we have to be ready for it and understand, we're trying to build our game and get things going in our direction as well. So, important for us to be ready and then execute at a high level.
Tyler is obviously trying to find his way a little bit here early this season. What's your sense of your line right now with him in that spot?
Well, I think just all three of us got to continue to elevate and execute a little bit better, not just when you have the puck, but just without it and earning pucks back and just little details in our game and good body position, executing little plays to create time and space for one another, and being strong defensively, making sure that first and foremost we're doing a good job of keeping the puck out of our net. So, we definitely I think can continue to work together to find another level. So, that's. Important thing for me to continue to make my teammates, my line mates better and help guys like Bird out, especially continuing to find his way here and encourage him to just play his game, keep competing, and play with confidence.
Sheldon, what did you like about how Nyes fit in beside Matthews and Marner? And maybe do you notice something about his personality that helps him kind of hit the ground running with those two guys?
I think in terms of his personality, I would say he's a confident guy. So, he's not intimidated by that. And I think that also was on display when he came into the playoffs and, the moment and everything associated with, being a Leaf playing in the playoffs didn't seem to bother him. He's a confident guy, so I had no issues there. In terms of how it fit and why it worked, I think, Nyes, it was the most tempo and pace that he's played with in terms of his hunger to get the puck back and moving his feet and getting on top of the puck and winning puck battles. That's the best we've seen him in that regard. So I think, maybe just the responsibility of playing with those guys brought out the best in him, and not, wanting to do his part for them. And he did that and then some. So it was terrific to see.
You had Morgan Riley running the top power play unit versus Tampa. Looks like Klingberg's back there now. Why the switch back and forth?
Well, as we've gone through it, we've done that a couple times here now, and Guy looks at it. I think we've got different looks with a left-hander and a right-hander, and it's less about the individual and more about some of the different looks that come from a lefty and a righty. Based on what we want to accomplish on the power play. I mean, we made a change in game the other night too, and Klingberg was back with that group later in the game for the same reason. We just wanted to get a righty with a different look we were trying to exploit. So those are more of the discussions we're having: is what's the better fit that way.
Billy was out early today. What's the process with him right now in terms of just sort of building him back up?
Yeah, just putting in the work. It's the only way to get through it is to continue to work it. The consistency. I mean, we talk about consistency in all areas of the game, but I think at the goaltending position, I don't think there's an area more technical that requires precision and consistency and a plan as that. So it's just continue to work on that foundation and go back to that.
What do you need to do? Sorry. What do you need to do to get your PK better?
We need to execute better. It's started as some of the newer guys and working them in, and we've got some guys who've got a lot of experience on it and haven't have made mistakes that we don't expect them to make. So part of it is that, and getting with those guys, and then as you saw maybe in the morning skate here today, is just getting some more reps in the practices too. Like we haven't had a lot of that this season. That's been a bit of a change for us. A lot of teams in the league, it's hard to practice the penalty kill because what you're doing with your own team is the different than what you'll see with the opposition and such. But you can work on different things and different details and get the reps. And when you're going against your own team, and then